Hey everyone, welcome back. Real Villain, Nikki.
I mean,
Oh yes, and we're just gonna get right into it. This week we're doing the reunion of the Ultimatum South Africa. We just did the season review, and thank God they didn't make us wait too long for the reunion, because yeah. Overall, initial thoughts?
who is writing the questions? That's my
Oh,
point. Who's writing the questions? Because there's people that we didn't
that we
address.
didn't address. Okay.
There's things that we didn't. So these are my
It's
thoughts.
not the host, right? It's the producers.
No, for sure. Also, outside of that, the women looked lovely. Caesar, mwah. Listen, Ruth, mwah.
Mm.
Listen,
You was feeling that hair color on her?
I was. I saw the hair. I was like, you
I
know.
don't know how I felt about the I don't actually, I was gonna say I don't know how I felt about the cut, but overall, I don't know how I felt about the color either. So I may have, it's one of those things that may have to grow on my eye. It wasn't hideous, but I don't know. It wasn't my favorite.
I liked it. I kind of liked it. I was just like, it just kind of, I don't know. It was cute.
No, but Caesar looked beautiful. Even
It
Tabby, like I liked her little short purple thing. I really thought it was super cute. Um, yeah, looks why well, Khanya,
At
I
least
didn't
the hair was glued on this time, okay?
the panic was secured. Yes, but I just feel, excuse me, I don't want to be offensive, but I just, Kanye looks like Kanye. So that's just what I'm gonna say. And
Can you develop on that, please, ma'am?
no, I'm gonna develop. It's just because I feel like the guys were acting like Kanye didn't look like Kanye. But like the Kanye that what I was seeing was not what they were seeing. You know, like it was like, oh, I'm just I just maybe I'll tell you this one off air. But you know, hey, everybody was there. Everybody was alive.
Somebody
And
please in the comments ask Nikki to say what she wants to say.
I
Please.
just want to be respectful to everybody. Lebo looked great. The makeup was on point. I really liked the red flowy
Yeah.
dress. But other than how they looked, like this thing, okay, they just started off right away with the messiest situation of the season. We talked to uh Ruth and Isaac. We find out that Ruth and Isaac are not together anymore, which
Makes
is
makes sense.
understandable
Not see them coming back from whatever that was, but
for sure. And literally, I'm having a blank. What else did they talk about with them?
wow. Okay, so they are both currently dating other people, which
Right?
lol, both of them are dating long distance.
Long distance, right?
So I just need them to look into the whole not wanting to commit fully, but thinking that you want to commit fully because avoidant attachment style and it actually helps when the person is not near you. I just need them to
Hmm.
a little bit.
Interesting that you would say that.
I'm gonna saying that because I know. So just look into it, maybe. But I do get it though. It's kind of interesting when somebody's not there. But she said she was being loved properly this time.
Which
So
I'm glad to hear.
there's that and Isaac said that he would no actually he's dating but not really well. I didn't really understand his response, but basically this one woman
Because
is a
Isaac is dating Lebo. Fuck it. I'm saying it.
listen,
That's,
me,
that's what's
I
happening.
think I think he's been like, you break up with this man so I could, you know. But like, yeah, I feel like
I think he realizes the good woman she is.
yeah, somebody was applying pressure. So that's with them.
And we saw their whole time back on the show, and I just have to commend Ruth once again, like I did last video. She's just a boss. Like just sitting there.
Really was like, I don't want to apologize because I don't regret, like I wanted to do that. So
Genesis was laughing. He wanted to laugh so hard. Genesis was like, bro, the honesty on this chick, you gotta love it.
I listen, I love it. The delivery though.
Well,
But
Ruth, we could work on that, but
but that was mwah, like seriously, love her. And so yeah, pretty much that's what they talked about for them.
And they went right on to the other half of their love square.
Yeah, I guess square. Then I guess we moved to, they did this whole thing before we even start. They did this whole thing where the whole cast was sitting down and the host was like, yeah, so you noticed that, Nola and
There's an empty chair.
Lebo, the empty chair, but they actually decided to join us and then they just walked in.
That was weird. What, like,
and not needed in my opinion, but hey,
at all.
I really thought they were like, yeah, they're not gonna join us, but then they came.
It's like, did you just want to give them a special entrance? But also, it just made it weird. It just made it weird.
Yeah, it was just awkward. So I guess we turned to them, and it's really like, so yeah, so what are you guys been up to? Da da da. Tell me why these people are back. Tell me why these people are back together. And I'm looking
at like I was
looking at Lebo like I'm looking at Lebo like, baby girl, no.
Like, we're gonna get to him, but I'm looking at Lebo the same way I'm looking at Nkateko. Because I'm like, bro, like, I was surprised. I really thought that, like, I think Aiden said it. He's like, I was surprised that to hear that you guys were back together. Obviously Isaac is not here for that. Like, he clearly is. They have continued a friendship outside of the show where they've become very close. And he's like, yo, like, he comes up a lot and I don't get it. Why she's happy.
So
right, because she said the host was like, yeah, because you guys are together and happy, and Isaac's
the way Isaac was
like, excuse me, I know Lebo, she's not happy.
The most facial expressions I've seen this man do in this whole show is that
he's in love with her. I don't care what he says. He's in love.
And then she did one thing that I thought was, I mean, she had to have rehearsed that. I know that was not just, it came, I'm telling you, this had to be planned, because if it was me, I would plan that shit. Because
Okay, wait, before you get to that bomb drop, I just want to address how Nola tried to defend himself by saying, oh, like, it's not that, like, I wasn't gonna tell her, it's just like the way she found out, I wanted it to come from me to her, and that for Isaac it would come from Ruth. And I was just like, excuse me, you were not gonna tell her shit. I call cap on that. He wasn't gonna say shit until it came out on television. I don't give a fuck. He wasn't gonna say shit.
I mean, I don't think he would have told her. I think Ruth would have told Isaac 100%. I think she would have said.
You think so?
Yeah, because she would have told him.
Okay.
She would have told him, at least to get a reaction or something. She would have told him.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, Nola,
you think Isaac would have then run and told Lebo?
No, I think they would have dealt with whatever they had to deal with, and Lebo would have probably not have known until the show, or if somebody else had told her. But like,
I'm happy Ruth did what she did. So yeah, so go ahead. What did Lebo do? That was very yeah.
I just feel like yeah, Ruth would have told. But yeah, en tout cas.
So you were saying Lebo did something that was.
I know. Going back to that.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say what I was saying. I don't think this was a spontaneous thing. I think this was a rehearsed thing. I think this was a planned thing. Some people said that her and Isaac and her and what's his name? What's boy's name? What's his
Aiden?
name? Yeah. Some people are saying that was planned because there was looks. Yeah, I scrolled on Twitter after because I was like, ain't no way that stuff was not planned.
I definitely think it was planned because she came there like she's like, I'm
up with him.
I'm gonna the way you embarrass me in public, I will also embarrass you publicly.
Listen, and she did it really nicely.
What would the Scorpio in you have done? Give us an example. So I'm Nola, you're Lebo, and we're very happy together. I love you, Lebo. Aren't you happy?
Yeah, I would have just been like, so you really thought that on international, like somebody said, not on TV, not on national TV, but on international streaming service.
Mm-hmm. On Beyonce's internet. It's crazy.
You really thought that this was just. Actually, I don't even think I would have given an explanation. I would have just been like, yo, it's done.
It's done.
Maybe a little laugh.
Drop the mic.
Maybe a very satisfied smile, because this is a long game. For me, this is a long game because there's been a whole year between it. So if she actually planned to do that.
Well, no, I don't think she planned it from a year.
Like I said, whenever she planned it, if it was planned, shout out to her.
I think she decided to take her lashings because she went back and she took her lashings from this man again. Nobody told you to do that. Quitte envoyé.
Planned, even more power to her. Actually, I don't know if it's even more, but at least she's.
No, I think it was planned as in like, you know, a week or two before the reunion. Like she knew, like, I guess I know he did some shit because she kept saying like, you know, you all the shit you've done before, you've cried before in front of me, and then you do the same shit. You've apologized, you do the same shit. Like
right in front of me.
I don't believe that you're actually going to change. So I feel like she had realized that earlier, and she's like, but I'm gonna wait until we are in front of all these people and into your soul.
She's like what, 26? 20?
Lebo?
Yeah, she's young. Yeah, Lebo's young. We remember the last time we were talking, like when we did the review, and we were like, "What? How old is she?" Like,
oh, I don't remember what I did yesterday.
Same. Even this morning.
So if you think I remember what's in a video, yeah, y'all, I will also tell y'all, you can't hold me accountable for anything I say in the past because I don't even remember what I say.
Listen, that. But also, yeah, she's 26 and Nola 34.
Oh wow, okay, so yeah, you know,
Nola, please.
Nola's out here playing games, like, bro. So when she said that, when she's like, okay, like basically, it's the end of the road, boys to men style. He got up and he was like, whew, oh, ça l'a frappé dans le chest. It really hurt him. You know, he was just like, really? You just gonna embarrass me? He went backstage and cried. What's his name? Genesis went back there with him.
Genesis.
Beautiful.
Yes, to this man. Yes.
Beautiful moment because honestly, Genesis is a man. And I was talking a little bit ish about him. Like I wasn't talking ish about him really, but I remember in the review, I was kind of like, yeah, he's like, yeah, you know, he's not like,
And then he showed us.
Yeah, he showed me like, okay, all right, Genesis. And he was like, yo, like, you need to work on I see that you're hurt, it's fine, but you have like hurt this woman consistently and you're not seeing what she's telling you and you haven't acted on this, you know, like it's falling on deaf ears. And he was there as a support for him in that because nobody else went to check on him, but he also checked him, which I loved. And Kabi, you have a good one.
Listen, appreciate it. And you know, the thing that killed me in that moment is the fact that Genesis really said, we're not getting any younger, because let's not forget that
he did say that.
Not getting any younger, and there's some things that you need to work on. And then why Nola said, I hear you, my brother, but I don't hear you.
He said, what? I don't remember that.
He just looked at him like, no, like, but I need you to hear me. Like, please.
Yo, Nola is like Lebo said, unfortunately, and I'm not saying like people can't change, but this is the type of guy that like it's gonna take a lot. Yeah.
It's not gonna take, and he needs to do that by himself.
Yeah.
And not for anybody. He needs to do it for himself.
Because what I'm looking at is a grown child, a grown diaper wearing man. Honestly,
you know what he needs? You remember that video that came out, I think last year, where this woman was like, "Oh, so you want to go ahead and cheat everywhere? We are in an open relationship now, so I'm going out on dates. Don't tell me anything." This is what he needs. Because what?
Oh, he couldn't handle that. Listen, the man basically, Isaac said, like to him, like what if I, you know, like after this I like called Lebo and like talked on the phone with her and like no, and he was sitting on that chair. I was like, no, that would not be cool.
And then when Lebo broke up with him, Isaac jumped. Okay, Isaac was like,
Isaac jumped for. I was like, yo, you're not gonna tell me Isaac is not trying to. Isaac, you ain't slick
now. Okay, what? Isaac was so happy. I was like, sir, you don't need to be that. I mean, you could be that happy, but you really jumped on your chair. Homeboy jumped on his chair.
He jumped. But the second-hand embarrassment, I didn't feel bad for Nola, but I just felt like there was an awkward silence that came after this. It was just like,
so beautiful to watch.
Oh God, this is so uncomfortable. Like, do you stay on stage? Do you leave? I think I would have left. If it was me, I would have left. Like,
but I also like how in the moment, I like how he handled his emotions, because that was clearly a lot. Which is understandable. It
could have went another way.
It could have went another way. He could have left, like you said, but the fact that he came back, even though he said some crazy stuff after, you clearly see that he doesn't comprehend the things.
He said, "I thought you were happy." I'm like, that's a damn lie. I don't like when people cap like that. You know, when your partner,
Right. And if you didn't know that he wasn't happy, you really need to sit down and actually like he needs to sit with
That's where
himself.
the problem lies. If you really for real thought she was happy, my God.
Even when he was arguing after that, he was like, "Yeah, is she doing this to hurt me?" Like, I mean, probably a little bit, but also, like this is the consequence of everything you've done. And we're not even talking about just the show. I'm sure there was stuff after. I'm sure there was
Of
before.
course.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Also, if I was the woman that he was dealing with, the way I would jump to Instagram and stuff to be like, girl.
Just put him on blast. This is a guy. Beware of dog. Do not, do not, yeah. Um, then okay, they kind of let them sit in their awkwardness, and we move on to, I believe,
That's when we move on to
Tabby and
Tabby and Tabby
Genesis.
and Genesis. Cutest little things. Okay, first of all, Tabby's hair, love.
Cute.
Okay, love, very cute, very bold. The color was vibrant. We love that. They're still together. She's not wearing her ring. Because
And why was that again?
they decided to put the engagement on pause because there were so many things that needed to be worked on before they could actually get married, which he then explained it to be. And I guess in her family, he needs to go and ask the family for a hand first. I guess they need to do the tradition. I forgot the name that they
Yeah,
called.
there's a word that they're yeah.
But so he needed to do that before he could actually put the hand on her finger. So he said that he had to work through that
Wait,
first.
he hasn't asked for permission in a year?
No. He said that he has worked on that because he needed that, but that basically they told the family that they were still things to be worked on. Kind of like Lindile and Caesar.
Same.
They still were working towards.
They're still engaged to, and she's wearing her ring, no?
Yeah. Yeah, but they also still have things to work on. So pretty much it's like it's a couple that
He
realized
said
that
the man had the plan. I remember that with
so it's like, yeah, they're still working through some things, but the way he explained it it was given very mature, very like I thought about, what happened during this experience and the attachment that she had towards Lindile. And then I realized that there was definitely some things that we needed to work on before we could actually get to that point of being married. And the way he was explaining it and the family being involved, I was just like, oh, that sounds like they've talked. That sounds like
I mean, they made the most of the actual experiment. I mean, if you're gonna do this crazy ass shit,
yeah.
might as well get some good out of it.
So I feel like I think this experience probably benefited their couple. I would say benefited also Lindile and
And
Caesar
Caesar,
in the way Caesar thanked Tab.
she literally thanked Tabby for
I've never
like,
seen in the show ever.
she's
Anytime.
like, thank you for making my man better for me because he now gets our relation. Like, so like Demi said, like they're still together. They're not married yet, but it's like a thing where they're working towards the marriage. There's just a couple things that they're trying to sort out before, they make it official, but it looks like they are I mean, it sounds like they're in a much healthier place and a good place. And Caesar said like she feels ready for marriage. At the time she wasn't, which is great. It was interesting to me to see that like none of these people are married still in a year. I'm just saying. Aiden and Courtney, I thought for sure they would have been married, like with a kid on the way. But they're not, and they're still engaged. And what again? Sorry, my memory. Why?
Courtney said that she was enjoying how he is now. He also
Yes, she did say
got
that.
a
You
job.
never say you have a bad memory again. That's insane. That's
I just
great.
watched it today. That's why. Don't ask me.
Same.
Listen, she said that pretty much she was enjoying where they were now. Also, Aiden just got a job, so I feel like maybe finances.
Oh, amen for Aiden getting a job, child.
A job. He's a marketing coordinator.
Coordinator.
And he said he really loved this job. So I think Courtney's probably happy that he got a job. And I think, when talking about planning a wedding, I'm guessing maybe after at least a year of work or something.
Yeah. It sounded like they were trying to get stuff together.
Yeah. So at least, but they seem to be in a good place. He did say he was kind of scared when he asked for her parents, when he asked the parents, because he was like, they didn't really answer.
Yeah, there was like a pause.
He just gave me, like, the dad just gave me his hand and he's like, that wasn't really an answer. Because I'm like, but it was kind of cute.
They look so cute together. I thought they looked so put together on that couch. I really liked them. Like,
Yeah, they make sense.
Yeah, they make sense.
They really make sense.
And then we go to
Lindile and
oh,
Nkate.
Nkateko and what's her name?
I'm not Nkateko and Lindile. They go to Lindile and Caesar, actually.
Oh yeah, well, like they're still together. Is there
They're,
anything major in them?
they're still together. He went to the family as well, to claim her, I guess, or at least to state his
He
intention.
stays in, yeah.
Intention towards her, that he is for sure going to marry her. They don't have a date yet, but he knows that it's going to be before the end of the year. So I'm guessing by early 2025 these people are going to be married. But
They
they
look so good
they
together.
did look so good, and they also have to, they also had to work through some things as well, and they really looked cute. And the fact that this man really said, no, I went to the family and said, yeah, this is, I'm taking her. He literally said, I'm taking her. Like, this is.
Yeah, you said I'm taking. I do remember that. The only two couples I have faith are Lindile and Caesar, and Aiden and Courtney. And I'm not saying that I don't think Tabby and Genesis are. I just feel like there's a passion lacking on her side. From what I saw, like it seemed like he's super into her, and I don't always get the same vibe from her. So I don't know. But
people were saying the same thing online. People were saying, "Oh, you see how Lindile is so cold and like Tabby is so bubbly." But for me, I was just like, but I think maybe their personality balance each other out because. Like I've never seen two bubbly persons together. I've always seen like a more chill person with somebody that's like, wow, you know what I mean?
But it's not never necessarily bubbly. It's more like matching the energy of being into the person. Like you can be.
I mean, Lindile and Caesar, when they first started the show, I never once doubted that they were into each other. It's just that the matches they got were really good. That's the thing.
For sure, they could have been like if it hadn't worked out with their original, they could definitely,
Yeah, I don't know how long that would have lasted because they were together for 3 weeks. 3 weeks is nothing.
I could be nice. It's still honeymoon phase, yeah.
Yeah, I could be nice to somebody for 3 weeks. I don't know if I could be nice to somebody for a long time like that.
You think Nola was falling for Ruth?
I think Nola can fall for a lot of people.
Ah,
I think there was probably a time where things were blurred a little bit, at least on Ruth's side. And she did say so anyway. She did say that at some point I feel like it was a bit blurred, but I feel like Nola is the kind of guys that just be playing with words. You know how he was like, oh, how do you feel? How would you feel about being Miss blah 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 or Miss blah, blah, and things like that? He's one of those guys, they speak a lot.
He tried it when he said we
a lot of
hopefully leave our originals for each other, and like would be like I'd be like, Sir Hatch, not you selling dreams. Like stop.
Not for you though. No,
vraiment.
That's the original, but not for you.
But yeah, so then we get to Khanya and Nkateko, and they definitely did not go in on this woman enough because this woman was sour. She was sour from the minute she stepped on here. You gave an ultimatum. You came in mad. You mad at everyone. You lashing out. You're fat phobic. You're bullying. Hey, why are you mad at me? Your man is the one kikiing over there with Caesar. Like, why are you yelling at everybody? Why is you like what? Fix your face.
The level of kiki, the level of
the kiki was kiki.
The chemistry was
I'm gonna call another cap. Like I think I'm just gonna insert caps on in the edit of the video, like cap, because you've never seen Kanye act this way in Kateko. You've never.
He said, when you're nice, you're the sweetest person. How much does that happen in your relationship? How much time is he actually nice? I just want to know.
So he's out here sitting in a corner waiting for her nice day, like waiting for when that 2 minutes a week where she's nice. Parce que I don't see it. I don't believe it.
The fact that they have a 3 months old, and
oh, they had a baby.
And I saw that Kanye was pregnant before the reunion. I saw it online because she had posted a picture. I was like, I hope and pray it's not Kateko's baby, and it is. It was. And he said he always wanted a son and things. So good for
shout out to the baby. Sure,
shout out.
Good luck.
But I mean, the baby's 3 months old. The show was taped a year ago. I just need y'all to calculate real quick. Just the little 9-10 months.
Maths.
Just map it real quick. And yeah, I feel like if this man wanted to leave that relationship, I don't think he could have. If he wanted, like I said, if he wanted.
So Emmy's alluding to the fact that maybe he may have been trapped. But me, I'ma say it. I've said it before. I don't remember if I said it on air or not. I feel like it's some
Yeah, you said it.
woo-woo going on. It's some mystical ain't no way this guy's that stupid like that to be just behind her. For a woman that spits in your face, tells you turn around, let me spit again on the other side of your face, and you are gonna defend her like this, like not only
Mom, your mom told you.
your own mother.
She's toxic for you. She said y'all are toxic together, but you went and gaslighted your mom.
Gaslit your mom into forgiving her and to like apologizing to her. And I just want to say, like, bro, like you have to wake up, because when the mark of who somebody is how they treat others. And the way that she treated people when she felt threatened, that is who she is.
The way she was just, I just wish, and again, these people are nice because ain't no way I'm kikiing ha 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 in your face, even if it's a year later. Ain't no way I'm kikiing ha 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 in your face and I'm not putting you in your
Caesar
face.
is nice. Caesar is
There's
way too nice, too sweet.
No way you're talking to other people like that. There's no
Because
way
she should have ran her a couple fades. Catch me outside with that. Are you crazy?
Ma'am, and when they showed that clip again, when she asked Caesar to leave, if I was Caesar, I'd been like, how's this your house?
I boiled up like
production paying for it, or you paying for it? You trying to get like
get up from where? From whose table? This is not your table.
From paid by Netflix? This is want me to leave
no,
from?
Moi, je suis bien posé. I'm good here. Levez, so capable.
Make me leave. Make me. Just make me. I want to see you. Make me leave. Just make me leave.
Oh, Khanya didn't get the smoke, I tell you. She apologized. You said, I didn't even hear it. You said she apologized for being fat phobic.
The first thing she did was...
She said, I shouldn't have fat shamed her. All right.
Yeah, fat shamed her. And I was like, oh, you read the tweets? Like, you read the tweets.
All I could tell from that interaction, the short time that we saw them speak, is that woman has not changed one bit. She was still over talking him, still monopolizing the relationship, still putting down his thoughts and perspectives on things. She's the same.
100%. Why would she change in a year? Because she's a mom. She's not changing. She's the same.
She was talking about all this growth that I haven't seen no growth. If she had really had growth, she would have came to a reunion hat in hand. Apologetic.
She said they went to therapy or something. And then he was like, yeah, I realized that I needed to give her the real thing, that there's things that you guys don't know, and even my mom didn't know, that I wasn't doing right and not doing like a proper relationship should be. And I'm like, but y'all haven't been together in 5 years, bro. It wasn't even 5 years. Calm down. She was like, yeah, but I wanted to have kids, and we knew that. I'm like, okay, but that doesn't give you the right to treat people like shit. And that's my problem with her. It's like, yeah, you could you and him, you do what you do, but don't go ahead and treat other people badly.
You know what? And I 100% agree with you. Like, you do what y'all do. If you accept that, bravo pour toi. But like at the end of the day, like not everybody is good. You're gonna run into the wrong one. And what I didn't like that the producers did is they acted like she was funny. Like, oh, let's look at all these funny moments that you had. Like, oh, you're one of the most outspoken people.
Oh, she's not outspoken. She's rude.
Oh, like, are we gonna commend her for this? She wasn't. There's entertainment, and then there's just a fucking bitch.
She was rude. She was rude to these people. She was rude to everybody. There's no actual. She was rude to Isaac, and like not treating him
to Isaac, bro.
Like, no, because even Isaac was like, do you think she's for a guy to come and see you and be like, yo, you think she's a gold digger? That's him trying to tell you, I don't think you should be with her. And it's not because I'm trying to take her. I'm telling you.
And he even told her, like, he even told Nkateko, like, the level of disrespect that this woman is, she's like currently disrespecting you to me. Like,
she's disrespected. Like, bro, the way she's speaking, she's like, it's what you saw is not me. No, it is. No, it is.
You, sister.
No, it absolutely is.
And I see it still in you. Like, oh God. I'm telling you, she put a root on him. I don't care.
I don't know. All I'm saying is, I don't think this is gonna end well in the next few years for them two.
I'm gonna pray for that baby. I want to see the baby. I'm sure the baby's cute.
I pray for that baby too. They gave the a gift like they do. They gave a
Yeah, all
gift
the
from
Netflix
the
loves doing
production
it.
as the first baby from the show. Somebody on Twitter said, "I hope this comes with a voucher for therapy for the
Yo,
baby."
damn.
If they were like, "Damn, with a mom like that," I was like,
Y'all are ruthless on the internet.
I don't even like to badmouth people like that on their parenting skills because I don't even know. I'm sure she's probably a great mother. I'm just saying what she portrayed, what she displayed on that show was not. And we've watched a lot of reality TV shows. There was no way to be mean to somebody like that straight out of pure hatred because you were feeling insecure. That's what it was. That's where it was coming from, and I just think it's
It was
not. I
unnecessary.
don't think
She
it's
was
not.
mean to everybody, but SZA should have came ready for the fade.
Yeah, but Caesar, she laughs when she's uncomfortable, which I get. Not everybody is confrontational, and I feel like in this show, some people didn't even want to engage. I'm sure when they went back home, they were like, "This girl's crazy," but like, I don't have time for this. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
So
right, well, that was basically the reunion.
yeah, it wasn't the super juicy reunion I thought it was gonna be.
The first half, I didn't expect them to jump into Nola and Lebo and everything like that. So I was like, oh, what's happening? People are getting up. People are finding out that their partners aren't happy. Besties are being
People are getting
formed.
left.
People are getting left, and then it just kind of like went after that.
Yeah.
But what I do want to say is I do have a real villain for this episode.
Okay. And do you have a show villain too? Well, do we have an episode villain?
I have a show villain, an episode like a reunion.
A reunion villain and
Yes, I do. I do. So
okay.
the show reunion villain is Nola.
Okay.
Clearly, because Nola ain't shit, won't ever be shit. I can't say won't ever be shit, but it sounds like in the rhyme scheme that I'm saying, it sounds better if I say ain't shit, won't ever be shit. Maybe one day you'll be shit, but we shall see. But the real villain, and this is just me, ice cold blood in her veins. My girl Lebo. Not in a bad way, villain. In the real villain, as in amen. Round of applause. What a move. Checkmate.
I need somebody to give me their astrological signs, all of them. I just need
Could have
somebody.
done it better myself. Like when we say ice cold blood in my veins, the Aquarius in me is happy. When they say, oh, we're emotionless, it's not emotionless. It's just I can be fucking cold if you need me to be.
Listen, when she did that, I was like, I ran to internet and I was like, is a Lebo or Scorpio? That is see, I was like, because if you're talking long game vengeance, I don't see who else would do it. But anyways,
so
I hear you though.
That's my real feeling. She's a little baddie. What about you?
I mean, okay. So I didn't think about this, right? So the villain for the reunion, I feel, was I don't even see if there's a reunion villain like that. I just don't like Khanya, bro.
Might be Isaac. His laughs.
I thought about him because the way he was so happy, I was like,
Isaac had that's villainous. That's villainous.
Demise. I was like, no, you've been like, he was ready. He was ready. Wait, I just want to say, did you see Isaac's body language as Lebo was talking? He was just like
yeah, he was waiting to hear, like, yeah, c'est vrai, you're right. You're so right.
It was the funniest shit. But yeah, no, villain, I would say, but none of them, they were all sweet. I don't know why they decided to be just sweet. Like,
well, then just give it to Khanya because she ain't never sweet.
Kanye, because I don't Nola is like, yeah, we know he's a villain overall, but like I feel like he got handed that was it hit him. Like actually, this man was like, "You're doing this to me." You could tell it was like you like
that's what it was. It was his ego.
Well, for me, he's not the villain in this right now. It's like collateral damage, too bad. But yeah, no, Khanya, ma'am, you're not letting your men speak. Clearly, I don't know why. Just find
so Khanya, show villain, who's real villain?
Find somebody better. I don't know. Khanya is the villain, period.
Oh, she's the villain, period. Still, yeah. Khanya, you still can get this smoke. Run it.
I just can't with people like her. I actually
I really wanted her to. I wanted them to take her to task.
Like her. You don't understand how it like actually irks me. It's not just irks me. It's just I really.
But at least the internet gave it to her. Even if she didn't hear it at the reunion, she knows how people felt about that shit. At least
I know, but that wasn't enough. I just need. I don't. Anyways, I don't like bullies for no, like, there was no
No,
reason.
I agree.
So I
All
was
right, guys. Well, that was the reunion, and that's all the time that we have. But we're gonna come back real soon with some more stuff. So make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share.
definitely let us know in the comments who you hated the most and whose outfit you preferred and hairstyle.
Yes, yes. Bye.